What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve. Hot, sweaty day here in the 302. Just got done at the gym.
Pull that purple people eater. Yeah.
My first video since the National. I was going to do another National wrap-up video.
With nobody to keep me company?
However, I'm not going to beat that dead horse anymore.
Is that Steve?
I will show you my National pickups, all of them up close.
Picked up the Fred Rogers Leaf Cut Auto. Mr. Rogers, for those of you that don't know out there, won't you be my neighbor, bitch?
But I'm done talking about the National. Lots of other people out there talking about that. However, I will talk about the 2026 National and the channel, guys. Announcement. I have decided to do the giveaway again. I went into the 2025 saying, hey, this was 5 years in a row. Might be time to call it quits on the giveaway. But as long as I'm still doing good for myself and in the hobby, I'm going to continue to try to give back. I have reached out to put together the Fantasy Football League again. That draft hopefully will be coming up on Off-Centered August 27th. If you guys want to see some of your favorite and some of your most disliked content creators in a Fantasy Football League do their draft, tune into that. Probably 9 Eastern time on August the 27th. So again, announcement, doing the giveaway again. This video going forward for you guys interested in winning. Questions will be taken. You know how we do the trivia. Now, with that being said, I do want to get into content talk. And I want to get into how my announcement that I just made probably won't reach a lot of people. It'll reach my viewers, maybe a couple out there. And you will find that your favorite content creators out there won't be talking about my giveaway. Some of them may not know about it, even though we're going into year number 6. And if anyone on YouTube is giving away a free trip to the National, I would think that that would be newsworthy. But I find that today in content creation, the way to go to get views is drama. It's just simple, and that's the way that it is. So when you do something good, it tends to not get reported on. The things that people tend to like to talk about by no fault of their own, because content creators for the most part are in this for views and engagement. And they're smart, and they know that drama sells. They know that they can put out drama, they can put out things saying, hey, this is negative, this went wrong, Jeff Wilson did something stupid, Card Collector 2 did something stupid, SGC is going out of business. They can put any headline up that they want that's not necessarily a positive for the hobby, and that'll be a majority of what a lot of people out there watch. And I'm not accusing my viewers of watching that, and if that's what you guys like and that's what entertains you, then so be it. I'm not here to be a saint and tell people what they should and what they should not watch, but it is fact.
And while I'm speaking on this, case in point, go check out Clemente Collector. Vintage guy, Clemente Collector says it all. Good videos, really helped me out a lot at the National with Babe Ruth card knowledge. But just put out a video talking about how Mantles and Jordan cards were stolen from the National. 13K views, guys. 13,000 views on a YouTube channel that normally gets between 500 and 1,000 on average. And this is not a knock on him. This is a good video to put out. But it proves that that's what people want to see. The dramatic stuff. Most expensive card that I picked up at the show, this PSA 9 Jerry Rice rookie card. Iconic from my childhood. Man, I love this card. I did not go to the National looking to buy any form of Jerry Rice rookie card, but when I saw this PSA 9, and it was the only one I saw in the entire show, which tells me that even though the pop count out there is about 1,100, not a lot of these are for sale. I'm not saying it was the only one at the show, but it's the only one that I saw, and I walked that show floor for 5 freaking days.
It is fact that drama sells and drama gets clicks and views. I can tell you personally, and I may even do it in this thumbnail, just to prove a point, that you could put some sort of disparaging phrase and a picture of Jeff Wilson in your thumbnail and you'll automatically get views. I know. If you put Jeff Wilson in your thumbnail, it's good for 25 to 40% more views per video. That's just a fact. And why is that? Because he's popular in the hobby. And I have seen videos and content put out lately debating the fact on whether or not content creation is losing views or if it's dying. And I don't have any numbers or analytics to back anything up, but I can tell you what I witness, what I observe from my standpoint. It is not necessarily content as a whole that's dying. It's some of the bigger influencers that at the peak, just like with card prices, were at the tip top and there was really nowhere for them to go but down. There was so much peak there that it had to be a regression.
Got the custom Wolfpack triple auto Nash, X-Pac, and the late Scott Hall. I loved the NWO growing up. They really got me back into wrestling. Scott Hall was one of the GOATs in my book. He was just awesome, even when he was Razor Ramon.
Some of that is people losing interest. Some of that is people seeing through fakeness. A lot of that is people just maybe not interested in the hobby, people that came in for a quick flip. I can tell you that there's been content creators around for a long time, long before me, and they show things like collections and what they're buying, and that doesn't get views. When flipping and the make money quick videos came in, even when I first started my channel, those guys got railroaded. Those channels that were around forever and really talked about the hobby and what mattered and collecting, they got blown away by new content getting subscribers because it was all about what's popular, what's hype, how can I flip and make money. And I did videos on that too, so I'm not counting myself out. My content has changed over time, especially over the last 2 years, where I just kind of do my personal life. And that could be boring to some people, and I'm not looking to grow my channel. I've told people in the past, I'm not a content creator. I'm not cut out to do it. I do a video once a week if I can, and I'm not just cut out for the work involved, and I don't consider myself to be somebody that's influential. I know that sometimes that just comes with the territory, and there's no way around it, because some people are going to hinge on every word that some people say, and that's tough. But I always consider myself to just be an average collector that likes to sell cards to fund my collection, and I'm just like one of you guys. If you meet me in person, you know that. And there's a lot of content creators out there that are just like me. However, in their content, they're not themselves.
You know who I am.
You go to these shows and you meet people and they say, hey, I'm not really like this. This is a quote, unquote, in fact. I'm not really like the way that you see me in my videos, but someone has to play the heel.
But you don't know why I'm here.
And I get it. Someone does have to play the heel because that's a lot of times what people want to see. And they're smart enough to know that and capitalize it. When Sports Card Radio stopped doing videos, there was a huge mass of viewership that really had nowhere to go. And they were looking for that dramatic style, negative hobby, I'm going to shit on somebody content. And any content creator that was struggling and really looking to pick up views and grow their channel, they were smart to jump all over something like that. And it wouldn't be viable content if it didn't have viewership. So again, the content creators aren't always just to blame for it because they're doing it because they know that's what people want to see.
You guys know from a previous video that earlier this year I picked up some top stellar Star Wars autos for my PC. I went ahead and splurged and picked up the Obi-Wan out of 20 Ewan McGregor on-card auto. I had to get it if I'm going to have a collection, so I went ahead and bit the bullet, got it at the National. Got a great price on it though, great price, no regrets.
So back to my thought that I don't know if content creation as a whole is dying. I believe one big thing is that there's just a lot more channels out there. I do know some channels have completely gone away. I've had friends in their hobby that have completely quit their YouTube content. Me, myself, I've really cut back to the point to where you rarely ever see me. Hopefully that keeps me fresh and that keeps you guys coming back, but it's not for growth. You got to pump videos out every day to get into the algorithm. Don't give a shit about that. I just care about coming on here, engaging with the people that I have developed as viewers and friends, because that's who I continue to care about. And I'm here because you guys keep me here. But again, I just think there's more content out there now. I think for every person that may have left the space, there's probably 2 that have replaced them. There's a lot more. I'm seeing a lot more still popping up, and whether they gain traction or not, that's one thing or another, but people are still trying it, and that's good. I encourage people to do it. I want more entertainment. I want more videos to watch. I want something new. I want something fresh. I want something real.
My last pickup of the show, I was contemplating getting another good football rookie card. Last year we were in Cleveland and I was thinking Jim Brown. This year we were in Chicago and I was thinking Walter Payton. I don't know what I was thinking to buy Walter Payton in Chicago, but I saw this clean. I love it in the tux. I love it in the tux, guys. I know SGC might be getting pooped upon right now, but this card just looks great. And the 8.5, it'll still be worth what a PSA 8 is worth, so I'm not worried about that, and that's about the price that I got it for.
Come on here and show me your cards. Tell me why you're buying them. I kind of relate it to, if you go to the store and all they have is Pepsi and Coca-Cola, that store is going to sell a lot of Pepsi and Coca-Cola. But you go in there one day and they have Sprite, and they have Mountain Dew, and they have Dr. Pepper. Well, you're going to start selling a lot less Pepsi and Coke, but you're going to sell Sprite, Dr. Pepper, and Mountain Dew. So I would say that one flavor, yes, might lose its sales, might lose its popularity, but soda sales as a whole are the same. If not, they're going up and got more popular because you got more variety. And that's kind of how I relate it to the space right now. And I may be wrong, but this is my observations. And again, I'm not going to go do a lot of research and analytics on that shit. I don't have time for it. There might be somebody out there that can, and if they do, prove me wrong, and I'm fine. But I don't believe that content creation has fallen off to the point where some people claim that it may have. Maybe just individual creators have lost some of their viewership. I know for myself, I barely have 6,000 subscribers, and I was getting 3,000 views on my national videos. That's because you guys are fucking beasts, right? I have subscribers that actually watch. A lot of people have subscribers. They might have 50,000 subscribers, but only 10,000 of them still watch because people have, come and gone. And it's a lot more difficult to push that subscribe button for a second time to unsubscribe than it just is to just fade away and stop watching. And I know I've lost subscribers and I've picked up new ones. Man, I know I picked up new ones because they were trashing my editing, but you guys know my style. And if you don't like it, like I say, I don't want you to watch something you don't like. I want you to go find something that you enjoy. I authentically mean that. I don't mean that to be sarcastic or passive aggressive. But again, guys, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. I feel like some stuff is just twisted a little bit when it's mentioned in content. Stuff's not always real and authentic. It's not always what it seems like on the surface. At this point, I'm just starting to ramble. You guys know how it is that's been here with the channel. When I start driving alone with my thoughts and I just start to talk. Sometimes I probably say something I regret. But, hey, not editing it out, guys. This is real. This is authentic. This is Flipping Steve. This is you guys who keep coming back to the channel, which keeps me putting out my one video a week. Thank you, guys. I enjoy it. I continue to do the trip to the National because every year, that's the biggest highlight I get from being a content creator. This hobby and this space has allowed me the chance to be able to try to make someone's year and send them to the National. And, man, it's always the highlight. And if I took that away, I would feel like I didn't even have a reason to do the content anymore. So we're doing the national trip giveaway. Your favorite content creators aren't going to tell you about it. Why not? If they're your favorite and they're all for positivity in the hobby, they should be trying to get one of their viewers a free trip to the National. But hey, it doesn't get clicks. It doesn't get views. All right, guys, thanks for checking this one out. Subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's fine. Like it, dislike it. I'll see you in the next one from the 302.
Save the drama for your mama.